Hello everyone, welcome to GRIZZombies. This is the first Easter egg review. Today we'll be taking a look at Origins. I should first start off by saying I love this map. This is the map with the perfect size if you want to test out weapons. We're here today to talk about what happened in the first episode of our new zombie storyline. I wanted to wait to do this video until we had enough storyline evidence in-game to reveal the juicy details of what didn't happen when this map first launched. I will be covering all the Black Ops 3 Zombies maps in the same fashion in this series. In order to do it good, we must not rush these videos. So today we'll start off with Origins leading up to Shadows of Evil. A lot of people want to think the Giant to be the next map in the sequence, but there's a 2-year gap between Origins from Black Ops 2 and the Giant in Black Ops 3. Here's the audio quote to prove it.
You couldn't tell us where the hell you've been for the last 2 years?
We now know there were 2 years since all 4 of our characters were reunited back on the Giant. This is the storyline link that leaves an open opportunity for the Shadows of Evil Easter egg to occur. I will also show you proof of this even being possible. If we go into Shadows of Evil, into the waterfront district, open the door to the teleporter, and in that teleporter room will be a table. This amazing table has a monkey's head mounted above it, but if we look down at the map on the table, you'll notice an outline. This outline is of Origins. So what does this tell us? This is the actual confirmation that Shadows of Evil is the continuation of Origins, but only temporarily in our storyline. So there are gray areas we need to consider when saying this, but it's important that our dimensions are represented by Richtofen. So we need to think of where Richtofen is in our dimensions. We know things can get confusing right after the Maxis drone went into the beam in Origins, and we get this cutscene of Eddie and Samantha. I know that's confusing. The reason we're going to overlook that cutscene in this video is because there isn't enough evidence to support an end result at this moment in time. When we release the Maxis drone into the ether, what we believe actually happened is they teleported. That fading into white is a teleport, and if we teleport now, we could see that the end result is a flash to white. So they teleported out of there. Where did they go? Where did our Fab 4 go? Well, like I said before, there's 2 years of data unexplained up until the Giant. I showed you that connection early with Dempsey's quote so you can make sense of why Shadows of Evil would fit within this 2-year time frame. In the Giant, we see Richtofen holding a mysterious object next to his body. That object we found out was in fact the summoning key. So with that knowledge, we can now put more information into perspective. Shadows of Evil's ending cutscene was that real moment when Richtofen first came into possession with the summoning key. So the Giant is out of the question for being possible at all for the answer to episode 2 in our zombie storyline, which leaves Shadows of Evil. So there you go, you have the actual start of the new zombie storyline in good fashion, since you have the proof leading into what I want to tell you. The storyline proof of origin comes from 3 journal entries by Richtofen you could read in the Black Ops 2 menu screen. I will summarize all 3 of them now to my conclusion. The risks associated with working with Element 115 were ignored by Dr. Maxis. The excavation site housed the largest supply of Element 115, where both the real Dr. Maxis and our younger Edward Richtofen were experimenting. Richtofen was forced to report Dr. Maxis to Group 935's leaders due to his mental instability working with so much Element 115. A few months passed and the Wonder Weapon program began to excel beyond Group 935's expectations. An outbreak caused by Element 115 began to spread across the entirety of the camp. At that time, Dr. Maxis had succumbed to the sickness. Young Edward had taken the time needed to learn what was required of him in the mission he would soon face. The infection created zombies, and the camp was under attack. The younger versions of the original 3 test subjects, Nikolai, Takio, and Dempsey, were all summoned by Richtofen, where they embarked on creating a Maxis drone and completing the Little Lost Girl Easter egg. These were actual events that took place on Origins. Ultimately, the Easter egg ended with us teleporting to an unknown location, where the 2-year gap begins. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and join me when I break down Shadows of Evil next time in this storyline series. If you enjoyed this review of the Origin storyline, show some love, man. Drop a like. This has been Viollent with GRIZZombies, and I'm out.